Hey everybody, welcome to the Denison Sports Network. Thanks for joining us today. I'm joined by Denison head football coach Jack Hatem, and we're going to talk about the offense. Now coach, you're coming off a 5-5 season last year, 4-2 in the NCAC, which resulted in a third place finish. Can you talk a little bit about year 3 with the Big Red?
Yeah, Craig, we're really proud of where the program's coming. You know, we had a successful year last year, and we've just made a lot of growth in every way. You know, the staff has stayed together, and we have great coaching staff. Recruiting's going very well, and everything just surrounding the program. We're really pleased with where we are right now.
Okay. And we're going to get started up front, the big uglies on the offensive line. Now you lost 2 players from last year. You returned 3 starters. Can you talk a little bit about how that group has come together and gelled in this
preseason?
Yeah,
they're doing a fantastic job right now. It's maybe one of the biggest areas of growth in our program. We have Matt Cochran returning at tackle, and we believe Matt's one of the top players in the conference. Just had a great year last year as a sophomore. At the other tackle, we'll start Corey Daff, who's a fantastic athlete and has had a great camp. We have 3 guys at guard who have all started games here before, and Danny Webb, Tyler Gropp, and we're just things are going fantastic up there for us. At center we have a little bit of a battle going on right now between 3 guys. Dan Gregg, Nathan Bartell, and Tom Dacey. So just really a solid group. We're really pleased with where they are.
Now, one guy outside of wide receiver who's had quite a journey here at Denison is Braden Lair. He comes in as a freshman. He's a quarterback. By the time he's a sophomore, he starts the season as a starter. Then an injury comes. He comes back a year later. He's a wide receiver. He got that 5th year of medical hardship from the NCAA. How great is it to have Braden Lair back on this team?
It's fantastic. What Braden has done has been just an amazing thing. He didn't win the quarterback job earlier in his career, and for a lot of guys that would have been the end. And for Braden, he transitioned into what we feel is one of the top wide receivers in the conference, and he's a great leader, and it's fantastic for us to have him back.
Yeah. Now, out of your pistol offense, you threw for 240 yards a game last year, which is pretty darn good in this conference. Can you talk a little bit about some of those other wide receivers along with Braden?
Yeah, absolutely. We have two seniors coming back. Brendan McHugh going into his senior year. He's big and physical wide receiver, and he's had a great camp so far, and we're really excited about what he brings to the table. And then in the slot, we have another senior in Nick Keller, who's just a great sports kid. He understands our offense, he understands football, and he really brings a lot to the table for us.
That pistol offense brings a lot of flexibility. You run some tight end, you run some H-back, fullback. How about some of those guys?
Yeah, once again, 2 seniors. At tight end, H-back, we have Pat Laughlin, who's a really physical player and has really improved as a wide receiver. He's had a real nice camp for us so far. And then at fullback, a great player, a young man who grew up as a quarterback, came here as a tailback, and now he's turned himself into a 230-pound fullback H-back, and Stephen Lilly, and he just brings a lot to this offense.
Well, I think I'm noticing a trend here, Coach, in us talking about returning players and a lot of experience. Max Paulus, 3rd-year starter, coming back. He's got a chance to leave here with the all-time career touchdown passes record. Can you talk a little on Max and where he's coming from?
I'm not sure I've ever coached a player that I'm prouder of than Max. Max has really developed physically as an athlete. He's a great student of the game. He watches film as much as anybody we have, and has really turned into one of the top quarterbacks in the conference and maybe in the state of Ohio. Besides that, he's become a really dynamic leader for this team off the field. So if you have a young person who's as good a player as Max is and is also a leader for you off the field, you have a special player, and that's Max.
Well, another special player you've got is the NCAC's leading rusher from a year ago, and Sam Fioroni, and he's got some help behind him. How about that backfield?
Really a pretty deep backfield. Sam, the leading rusher in the NCAC and the first Denison running back to lead the conference in rushing since 1989, and I think we all know what Sam brings to the table for us. And behind him we have John Wilson, who's a really special athlete. He's really dynamic in open space, and we have to find ways to get him the ball. And then also Colin Morris, who is just a great athlete, and we have to find creative ways to use him also and get the ball in his hands.
Now, Coach, you've got a little bit of a rare situation this year with the bye week in week 1, so you came in a little bit later. You'll get ready to go on September 8th, but you're just coming off a scrimmage against Capital, the OAC. How'd that go?
It went very well. Capital's a great football program. They're really strong. They're a big, fast football team, and we played very well. Our defense played extremely well in that game, really held them down, and And offensively, we came out, performed pretty well, and maybe most importantly, we came out injury-free at the end of a really tough scrimmage against a good team.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thanks again for joining us today. Tune in tomorrow to DenisonBigRed.com, and we'll be previewing the defense and the special teams. Thanks.